Hey guys, welcome to my kitchen. This morning I'm up early and I am getting ready to make a delicious dessert. That's my coffee pot. I needed the new one. Excuse the noise. Yeah. But anyway, this morning I'm up early because I have to prepare to make this dessert. It's a few steps that it takes to make this dessert, so that's why I'm up early. Now, this dessert that I'm making is from Cuba, and it's called Dulce de Toronja, which is sweet grapefruit, sweetened grapefruit. And the way I'm gonna make it, it takes a few steps, but it's worth it in the end. So let me begin. What I have to do is first introduce what I have here. I have one grapefruit. I'm going to be using one grapefruit. I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using 1 cinnamon stick and 1 cup of sugar. Now, you can alter this recipe if you want to. You don't have to use grapefruit. You can use orange if you prefer. But anyway, the original recipe calls for grapefruit, so that's what I'm using today. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do to make this dessert. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel down the side of the, now it's hard trying to remove the skin, so what you can do is you can find a spot and just cut into it. And then you can start removing the skin that way. So I'm going to find a section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start slicing down this way. Well, I need that sharper knife. First thing you want to do is remove the peel from the grapefruit. And you're going to do that to the whole grapefruit. Take all the peeling off of the grapefruit because you don't need that part of the grapefruit. So now you're going to slice the grapefruit into about 12 slices or as many as you can make. Some people like to slice the grapefruit in large pieces and some people like to slice it in skinnier pieces. So it's up to you. Okay, so this is what you want to do. You want to remove this part of the lining of the fruit. So you want to just pull back and peel and just remove it. And the fruit, you can make whatever you want to make with it. You can make a smoothie, you can eat it, but this is what you want. You just want this part. So right now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to soak my my grapefruit rind in some water, but I'm going to soak it overnight. Now you can skip this part altogether if you want, and you can just go straight to boiling the grapefruit rind. Now the reason why you're boiling it is because you want to remove the bitterness that grapefruit has. So you have to boil it at least 3 times and pour off the water each time. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator. I'm gonna leave it overnight, and I will be back the next day to let you know what the next steps will be. Okay, so I just took this out of the refrigerator. It's been soaking all night. And if you want to skip this step, you can skip this step. You don't have to soak it overnight. What you can do is just boil it if you want to make this really quick. But I decided I had so much stuff to do the other day. I didn't have time to make this, so So after I pour off the water, I'm going to add this to a pot of water, boiling water. I'm going to use 6 cups of boiling water. And depending on how large your pot is, that depends on how much water you're going to add to boil your grapefruit rind. Once the water turns yellow, I'm going to remove it from the flame. I'm going to pour out the water, and I'm going to repeat the same step. I'm going to add water to the grind and start boiling it again. So right now what I'm doing is I'm squeezing the water from the grapefruit rind. You can use a spoon to do this. Some people use their hands, but this is too hot, so I'm not using my hands. Okay, so I am waiting for this to boil again, and this should take maybe 5 minutes because the pot is already hot, so it's not going to take that long for this to start boiling. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. So I basically boiled the first time I boiled 10 minutes, and this time I boiled 10 minutes because it took about that time for the water to start boiling. So now I'm gonna just dump the water. One way to test if you remove all of the bitterness is to squeeze the rind and then taste your finger. And if you taste your finger and it's not bitter, then that means you successfully removed all the bitterness. Okay, so this is the third boil. So I'm going to remove this from the stove and pour this out. So now I am testing it again to see if it's bitter. And right now I don't taste any bitterness, so now I'm gonna start making my syrup. Okay, so now that the bitterness is removed, I'm gonna get 3 cups of water because I'm gonna start making the syrup, the almeba. So I'm using 3 cups. And depending on how much you make, how big your pot is, depends on how much water you need. I'm going to add in 1 cinnamon stick. I'm adding in 2 anise stars, well 1.5 because it broke. And I'm going to let this come to a boil. I'm going to add in 1 cup of sugar. Stir this. So this is what it looks like right now, and I'm just waiting for the water to boil, and then I'm going to add these in. I'm also going to add in a few drops of lime juice, and this is so that the syrup doesn't it can stay smooth. That's what this is for, basically. So it can stay smooth. Also, it's to remove any bacteria that may be in the fruit, and you don't want more bacteria to form. So basically, that's the 2 reasons why. Okay, guys, so the water is boiling. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in the grapefruit. Okay, so now it's inside the pot, and I'm just going to let this start coming to a boil again, and the syrup starts to, the water starts to thicken up into a syrup. So I will be back when the water thickens up. But this is what it looks like so far, guys. So it's been 15 minutes, and this is what it looks like. And you see how this right here is starting to get, like, you can kind of see through it. That's what you want the rest of them to kind of look like. Hopefully that's what they'll look like when I finish. Okay, I'll be back. So now it's definitely ready. I can tell that it's ready because not only because the syrup is thick, but also because if you look at the grapefruit rind, it's more translucent and you can see through it. So now I'm going to turn off the flame, and I'm going to transfer this into another bowl. Okay. I was going to just pour it out, but that would be the wrong thing to do because I would definitely get burnt. But you see, I just wanted to show you. See this? How clear it is? Look at this, how delicious this is. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. And then I'm gonna put the syrup over. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this since yesterday. Just look at how delicious this is, like candy. Okay, so I just transferred it into a dish so that I can refrigerate it and cover it up so that it can stay until I come back from running errands. But this is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna cover it up and I will see you guys in a few hours. Okay, so this is how I am going to eat this. I have 2 pieces of cream cheese. I have, oh, look at how delicious this is. Simply delicious. Let's see if I can get. And I think I'm gonna take 1 piece. I'm just gonna take a piece. Why not? I've been waiting so long for this. And a piece of cream cheese. Heaven in a plate. Heaven in a plate. Oh, this is totally delicious. Well, guys, I have to go. I'm going to enjoy this. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video. Please stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Have a good day. God bless.